Hello ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, back again for, oh my throat is fucked, excuse me, I told you I was ill, back for second Baccarat session of the day. Posted a video earlier, won 5 units, and we're after a total of 11 units today, so hopefully get another 6 unit win this session, which would take me to whatever 12 is on top of, what's that, 363 is what I'm aiming for. So hopefully you've all been watching along and you know what the score is. I don't need to explain too much, and let's just get straight into it. I'll wait for 2 more hands to come out, and then I'm betting on the no mirror. That's the strategy I'm using. So my first bet is going to be basically betting against whatever's in this column. So my first bet is going to be on banker. So yeah, wait for 1 more hand and then we'll start afresh in this column. Pardon me. Yeah, I think I'm about due some more cold and flu stuff, you know, I'm starting to feel rough again. Right then, let's make a start. £2 on banker. And the betting progression I'm using is a Fibonacci progression. So basically you, on a loss you drop down, on a win you drop down 1 on a loss, and you go back up 2 on a win. 6-step betting progression I'm using, and 6 steps is my stop loss. That's a player win. So the next bet is against player this time. So no, against, yeah, still. So it's £4 on banker. I'm just targeting 1 unit per table, so I'll get my win and then I'll go when I get my win. Excuse me. So betting against banker this time, so £6 on player. And what I've been doing is, regardless of whether I'm in profit or not, is 1 win. So that's a win. I'm not in profit yet, but I will bounce to the next table. If you win on your 3rd bet, you basically break even. So I'm currently back at evens. Piss off, you're being tracked. Great. So I'll wait for 2 more hands to come out, and you can see in this column there's a tie. Some people keep their own scorecard and don't include ties. I'm not doing that, so should I get to a bet there, I just won't. Don't bet next to ties, and then I'll wait for the next hand. Just turn you down a little bit. So wait for 1 more hand, and then our first bet is going to be on player, because we're betting against the banker in that column. Right then, there we go. £2 on player. That's looking promising, and there we go, that's our first win. That's our first unit profit. So, next table. Oh, I just missed it. It's okay, I'll start on the next hand. Right then, so we're betting against banker, so it's going to be £2 on player. I've had a bit of a twos pattern running at sort of just at, well, yeah, I mean, you can see what I'm saying, can't you? I've had a twos pattern, so hopefully that continues and we get a player come out next. Alright, okay, need that, doesn't help. Okay, so we're still betting against banker, so £4 on player. And if you win on your first 2 bets, then you're in profit. Anything after that, you have to sort of work your way through the progression. So if you win your 3rd bet, you break even. 8's promising. There we go. So that's another unit profit. So she's having a bit of trouble with those cards, isn't she? That's a player win. So I'm going to get straight in. And it'll be £2 on banker. Betting against the player in that column. Some people wait for a fresh column and then start betting. I don't see the point, to be honest. It's you're either going to win within 6 hands or you're not. The point at which you start betting seems fairly irrelevant, and there we go, that's another unit. I could be wrong in saying that, obviously, but it hasn't seemed to make a huge difference for me. So I've just missed that, but I'll get in on the next one, and it'll be a player bet, betting against the banker there. Now, banker is on a bit of a run, but that's the furthest anyone's gone, so bet on player and hope that banker streak ends on this hand. At 9, that's good for us. That's another unit. Next table. £2 on banker. Oh, hang on, this is the table I've just been on, isn't it? Bollocks. Oh well. Fingers crossed for a banker win then. If this loses, I'll go to the next table. Let's see a face card. No, didn't get a face card. Could do with a player reducing a bit. Didn't need to see that. Let's see a 5. Nope. Okay. So next bet is for £4, but on a fucking different table. Not that one. That's in the middle of a huge player streak. So we'll get in on the next stand on this table. So we're betting against banker. So £4 on player, because we're on the 2nd step in our betting progression. Now it's been a little bit choppy, so let's hope that chop continues and we get a player come out next. That's no good. Right then, so it's now going to be £6 on banker. Step 3 in the progression. Which if this wins will get us back to break even. Let's see a face card next. There we go. Alright then. Hop tables. Come on then, update. Let's see it. Not going to update in time, is it? So we're getting on the next hand then. Fucking hell. Come on then. Let's see some results. There we go. Right then. So we're betting against player. It's going to be £2 on banker. That's a tie, so we this next hand would be betting against a tie, so we don't bet there, so we're going to wait. But we're still on bet 1 in the progression. We get refunded for ties, so we haven't gained or lost anything there. That's a tie again. So top of this column then, betting against a banker, so we want to £2 on player. No, we didn't get it. So next one's £4 betting against player, so £4 on banker. Excuse me. Right, it's looking okay for us at the minute. There we go. That takes us to, let's call it 361, so we're 1 win away from our target at the minute. Let's see how things are shaking up here. And we're back to a £2 bet. So we wouldn't be betting this hand anyway, because we don't bet next to ties. On the next hand, that's another tie. We'll be betting against player, so £2 on banker. The amount of ties that's been in this shoe as well, look at that. 12. There's only been 19 players and there's been 12 ties. So, fucking hell. That's quite a lot, isn't it? If you were betting ties on this shoe, you'd be laughing. I'm not laughing right now. That's a player win. So again, betting against player. It's a £4 on banker. It's not looking promising so far. No, it is not. Okay, so now it's going to be £6 on player. Betting against a banker. Player hasn't gone past a streak of 3 so far. Doesn't mean it won't. Ugh. But it didn't. And it's a new shoe, so let's hop tables. So the next bet is going to be for £10, and that is going to be, I'm not going to get on it in time, but our next bet is going to be against player, so £10 on banker next. player is on a long streak at the minute, and its streak is continuing. So now that's going to be £16 on banker. Come on. There we go. Next table. Our next bet is going to be for £6, and that'll get us back to break even. And it's going to be £6 on banker. Oh dear. Okay, so now it's going to be £10 on player. Oh, ever slightly ahead at the minute, that's good. Nice one. Next table. So we're betting against player this time, so £4 on banker. There we go, that's a win. 61, call it 62, so I just need one more win by the looks of things to get to my target. Alright, so I've missed that one, but I'll get on the next one. Fresh column, and I'll be betting on banker. Betting against the player in this column. So then £2 on banker. That dealer following us. I'm sure she was just on the last table. That's a player win. So now we're after £4 on banker. I need something good. That's not it. Okay, £6 on banker this time. I'd much rather win on a player bet. That banker commission does just sort of chip away slightly at your profits. It's only 5%, but it adds up. There we go. Right then, so now we're back to a £2 bet. And I've missed this one, but I'll get on the next one. Well, that's been nothing but chop so far. But that's the chop ended with a double banker. So we're betting on player this time. £2 on player. Right, so we're ahead at the minute. What's that? There we go. So that is 363.45. 363.45. And that's 12.10 and 9.90. Maths is hard, isn't it? What's that? Say 13 and 19, 20, 21, 20. Exactly £22. So that's me exactly hit my goal today. That'll be my last Baccarat session today then, guys. Second day, second goal hit. So yeah, good times. Hope you all enjoyed that. And take care, everybody. Catch you later on.